If you've seen Naruto, then you certainly know who Itachi is. But for those who haven't watched Naruto, Itachi is the older brother of Sasuke Uchiha and is like 1,000 times cooler than Sasuke. This dude was a child prodigy and was insanely skilled and talented. And when I first watched the series, I wanted to figure this dude badly. But sadly at the time, the SH Figuarts version was the only one out and it was crazy expensive. Then Anime Heroes made one and I actually have that figure, and to be fair, it doesn't look bad, but it didn't have good posability. But then, the SH Figuarts Naruto line got revived, and they revealed that they were making a new updated Itachi. The promos for this guy looked amazing, and they revealed that he comes with a cloth cloak instead of a plastic one like the first release, and I was really hyped for this figure. And so, I was able to snag one on Amazon Japan, which ended up being like $78 total. I know, $78 is a lot, and that's just the Japanese release. The domestic release is $86, which is even steeper. But I wanted this figure, and it's a lot better than paying the crazy aftermarket prices for the first. So, let's find out if this figure is worth the price or not. Itachi's packaging looks pretty cool. We can see the figure inside and a big image of the figure on the front. Also, we can see that the box states this is the NARUTOP99 edition. And for those of y'all who aren't aware, NARUTOP99 is like a worldwide popularity poll for the top 99 characters of Naruto, and Itachi ended up taking second place. And that's what this figure is based off of. Here's the top of the box, here's each side of the packaging. Bottom of the packaging just has the name and image of the figure. The back of the box really doesn't showcase the figure that much, as we only get 3 tiny promo images of the figure, and then we can see the NARUTOP99 artwork that this figure is based off of. So yeah, the packaging is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and wait. Why the fuck am I in the packaging? Did this dude use Genjutsu on me? After I got free from the Genjutsu, I opened Itachi up, and we see that his cloak comes in its own separate clamshell. So let's get that out and put it on Itachi. The cloak is pretty easy to put on. It has a clip that you just unclip and then slide the figure's arms into the sleeves, and bam, it's on. But you will need to do some adjustments to the collar so that it looks a lot more like the source material. And once that's done, we can see Itachi in his full glory. To me though, when the cloak is first put on, I couldn't help but notice how thick it makes him look. Itachi done gained some weight. This is because the cloak is a thicker material and the clip makes the belly area stick out to where it looks like he's got a gut. And when he's just standing in a vanilla pose, you can really notice it. And one more nitpick, when you do Itachi's signature hand out pose, the arm on the cloak just sticks out and looks dumb. I wish it had some sort of bandy wire in it, like how the rest of the cloak has, because the majority of the cloak has wiring in it, so you can pose it as you want, which is really cool, but the sleeve lacking it sucks. But despite those criticisms, the cloak does look good, and it feels like it's made out of a really nice material. And the nitpicks I have with the cloak is probably my only issue with this figure, as the rest of it is really damn good. To start off with, he looks amazing. The likeness to Itachi is done really well. His headband has a nice metallic paint on it, and under his cloak we can see his full fit. And for those of y'all who are wondering, no, this is not the same body mold as the first Itachi. This is a completely new sculpt and everything. And I really don't have much to say about it except that it looks good. Overall, I really do believe that they nailed the look of Itachi. The cloak grew on me over time, and it was one of those things to me that sort of underwhelmed me, but then I warmed up to it over time. And then just like with every other Naruto SH Figuarts I've owned so far, this dude has no QC issues. He's literally perfect. He feels good, poses effortlessly, and doesn't fall apart. I wish they'd get whoever does the Naruto line on the One Piece line, because the quality difference is actually insane. Overall, for the look and QC, it's great with this guy. So now, let's check out his accessories. Itachi comes with 5 interchangeable faceplates. He comes with a neutral expression face, a look into the left face, a teeth gritted face, a fireball jujutsu face, which sadly he doesn't come with any fire effects for his face, so if you have the SH Figuarts Kid Sasuke, you can use his fireball effect, but I sold mine, so I've just been using the Figma and Goku fire effects, and I think it works pretty well. Then lastly for faces, Itachi comes with an Amaterasu face, which looks good, but it'd been cool if it had some blood dripping from the eyes. And once again, I wish he came with some sort of effect pieces such as black flames so I can have more fun posing them with his face. But all the faces do look great, and the eye printing is really good and detailed for how small the eyes are. Also, when swapping the faces, you're going to have to take the headband piece off and then plug the face into the headband, and then plug the face and the headband into the head. Itachi then comes with a lot of hands. He comes with 2 fisted hands, he comes with 2 open relaxed hands, 2 clenching hands, 2 jutsu hands, and then 2 fireball jutsu hands, and then 2 weapon holding hands. The weapon holding hands are made to hold his sword. That's right, Itachi has a sword with this release. This is because in the NARUTOP99 artwork, they gave a lot of the characters special weapons and stuff, and Itachi got a sword. The sword popping out of the sheath is made so that we can recreate the image that this figure is based off of. I think this accessory is really cool, because you can do a lot of cool poses with it. And then he comes with his sword. I think the sword looks good, but around the bottom of the hilt, there's some bleeding through of red from the hilt, so that sucks. The sword is actually really fun to use with Itachi. It's kind of weird posing him using a sword at first, but it doesn't take long for it to feel really natural for him. And that's it for accessories. It'd be nice if he would have came with some kunai or effect pieces, but I'm still satisfied with what he comes with. Also, I don't know if y'all would say the cloak is an accessory or not. I'm saying it's not because it's a huge part of his look, so I'm not including it in my rating for accessories. I give the accessories our overall rating of pretty good, so now let's look at his articulation. For Itachi's articulation, his head can look this far upwards and then really far downwards. He gets a great amount of head tilt and all-around motion, and his little ponytail can move around. His cloak really doesn't hinder any articulation, as his arms can still go a good bit upwards, and they can go this far forwards and then this far backwards, and his elbows can bend really well. I'm still going to show you guys the articulation without the cloak in these areas. Without the cloak, we can see that the arms still get pretty much the same amount of range, and while the cloak is off, we can see he has a swivel at the bicep that is hidden in his sleeve. Here's the amount of elbow bend again, and he has good wrist articulation. Itachi's upper diaphragm really doesn't bend much backwards, and it bends a little bit forwards. You can twist the upper diaphragm, but it doesn't take much for the upper diaphragm to pop off, which definitely sucks ass. Then his upper diaphragm can tilt a little bit side to side. With the waist and upper diaphragm combined, his figure can bend this far forwards and then it can bend this far backwards. And the waist gets a good amount of movement all around. For legs, you might think Itachi's skirt area would hinder the leg movement, but it doesn't. His legs can go a crazy amount upwards, but they don't really go much backwards, and then they can go this far outwards. His upper thighs are the ball joints, so they can twist and move around. His knees get a great amount of flexion. My favorite part about this Naruto line is their ankle articulation. The upper ankle is on a ball joint so it can move around. His ankles can go this far forwards and then this far backwards. They get a good amount of ankle rocker, and he has a toe joint. Itachi's articulation is overall really damn good. The cloak doesn't hinder hardly any movement at all, and he has been so easy and fun to pose. So now, let's do some figure comparisons. First, here's Itachi next to Sasuke. I think these two scale pretty well next to each other. I really forgot how amazing this Sasuke is. Also, here's Itachi's cloak on Sasuke. Next, here's Itachi next to Kid Naruto. Here he is next to Shippuden Naruto, and here's his cloak on Naruto. Here he is next to Kakashi, and just for fun, here's Itachi's head on Kakashi's body, and the cloak on Kakashi. Here he is next to Gojo, and here's the cloak on Gojo. Then here he is next to Roman's on Luffy, and here's his cloak on Luffy. Here he is next to Demoniacal Fit Goku, and here's his cloak on Goku. And lastly, here he is next to Storm Collectibles Yujiro So to wrap up my thoughts about this figure, I would say that he is really good. He is really high quality, looks amazing, and can be put in some really cool poses. The cloak being cloth is amazing. I'm really glad they gave it bendy wire so it could be posed with the figure. Of course, I do have my gripes with it, such as the sleeves not having bendy wire and the clip showing, but those aren't super major issues. And this cloak shows that they can do cloth goods really well. I wish they did this with the Demon Slayer line because a cloth cloak is all that Tanjiro needed to be literal perfection. Shoot, even One Piece is getting some cloth goods now, with Ace getting his cloak, so I'm happy they didn't give him a plastic cloak. If you want this guy, I'd recommend getting him from Amazon, which I'll link in the description below, because as I'm recording this, he's already dropped in price to $79 instead of $86, which is still really pricey, but that's the USA release. Also, who knows, he might go down to $70, so you guys might want to wait a little bit longer. But despite the higher price point, this figure is a definite must-have for any Naruto fan. That's it for this one, guys. Who do you guys want to see next in the Naruto line? I want Might Guy next. And that's it for this one, guys. I know it's crazy, I reviewed something for Naruto, but believe it or not, I actually enjoy Naruto. But despite that, One Piece is still on top.
Oh look, a